When Tidewater Telecom built Lincoln County's first fiber-to-the-home network in 2011, we knew we were starting a project that would take years to see through. 9 years later, we are proud to have connected more than 2,000 Lincoln County homes to our blazing fast, open fiber network. But that hasn't dimmed our vision to connect all of Lincoln County. Learn more about the power of fiber optic internet at tidewater.net.
LCTV is your nonprofit community media station. Please donate at lctv.org to keep us strong. Thank you.
One, two, three, four! Well, I've been rolling in since the clock came Monday morning. From the end of the week, I'm bound to blow. Breeze walking to the honky-tonk like a pack of wolves now. Order up around the shops and it's away we go.
Hey everybody, it's Wuzzup time. I'm Larry Sidelinger, the mayor of the Mills over here, Mr. Bobby Whear, and he is frozen for bound. We got Dinah Day behind the camera. It's that time again. Wuzzup, Bobby? You got your suitcase all packed?
Yeah, we're leaving Wednesday, going to Tampa. We got two Eastern teams. We got BU, who's going to be playing Minnesota, and we got Quinnipiac, who'll be playing Michigan, and it's down in Tampa. It's my 30th year going to the Frozen Four. I can't believe it, but so anyway.
And you're taking the missus with you to celebrate.
Yep. And,
is she going to the game?
Oh yeah.
Is she going to go to the game too?
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's met quite a few. She's probably been to 10 or 12 of them.
Oh, has she?
Yeah, so anyway, brought my hat along board here. Dave's going to shoot it.
Get Dinah Dave here to zero in on this hat. Look at this baby right there.
Yeah, these are all the pins from the different years I went.
How much you got that? How many thousands of dollars?
It's about 150 grand. So anyway, but we're going to, I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, Tampa's a great town.
Oh.
Great town. It's the third time we've gone to Tampa.
Really?
You know, the NCAA pitches, they pitch the NCAA, they give it to them every time.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Anyway.
What are you going to do down there?
Well,
anything special besides the games?
Well, no, the Riverwalk is like 7 miles long. It's right there. Our hotel's right on the Riverwalk, and then you got two games on Thursday, and then Friday we got the Obie Baker presentation that's being held on the water out on a wharf, and then Saturday's the final. And then
there was when I was down there was just a little way down the street from the football stadium, there was a great restaurant, Puerto Rican food.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I couldn't believe how much food you'd get for $8 or $10.
Right.
And I can't remember the name of it, but boy, that was my favorite place to go.
We usually focus in on steak.
Steak.
Yeah, so anyway, there's a Burns Steakhouse down there.
Yeah.
I guess it's unbelievable, but anyway.
And were you leaving Wednesday? You'll be home, what, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
No, I'm coming home the following Wednesday.
You're going to take a week?
I'm going to go over and visit my 92-year-old aunt.
There you go.
My Aunt Alice, who's over in the Villages with the rest of the characters.
There are some characters, yeah.
Anyway, so I want to wish you well. Larry's getting his wounded war.
See, that proves I was out last week.
You know, Larry's been doing this show so long that he developed a condition for flipping pages.
That's right.
So anyway, we corrected it with a little surgery.
That's right.
And you'll be going in Friday to get that off. And,
and then in 6 or 7 weeks, we're going to do this here.
Yeah, we're hoping you can flip the pages today.
Yeah, that's going to be a challenge here, folks.
I mean, to do a half an hour on the front page would be challenging.
Well, we might have to do an ad every page here so we can get in here and do it.
So, anyway, there's a picture of, I was talking to Dinah Dave off camera. There's a picture of a guy by the name of Frank Sussup of Northport with a dip net, and they're dipping down the Pemaquid River. Of course, the Elvis season is upon us. And so anyway, I learned, that was interesting last week, the 400 licenses in the whole state of Maine.
And I heard Elvis are like over $2,000 a pound right now.
Yeah, and Dave said they come down and they bring campers and they bring them down right there at where they're restoring the old mill. Yep. They're all parked. Anyway.
Yeah.
Dee's Variety says opens at 4 to accommodate
the coffee. So. This Kim Anderson, this is a really nice feel-good story. She's, a Wiscasset native, brought her kids up through, started as a teacher's aide or something, and went all the way through. And there's something to be said for that because she's not going to go anywhere. She's not going to take this job. Right. Since superintendents don't last more than a couple, 2-3 years in a place. Right. She'll be there for a while. And Wiscasset schools need some continuity there.
She moved up here with her her husband and her son from Manhattan, and sounds like she's home to stay.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And so anyway, it's a good thing for Wiscasset. How about this Mike Stenstrom? Mike Stenstrom, 29 years he taught science at the Great Salt Bay School, and God bless him, he gets to retire at a very young age. And
he's got a knife business, a custom knife business.
He makes knives.
Yeah, I'm going to go see him because you can't get a good carving.
Yeah.
Being an ex-butcher many, many years ago, I started my work career and I just can't get a good carving knife. I'm going to go talk to him.
So, anyway, that's Maine Maple Sunday. It's over. 40 years old.
Yeah.
There's a story later in the paper here. My friend Jimmy Hazel is doing down in Round Pond. He really got into. He started tapping like 3 or 4 trees.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's got all kinds of trees.
Yeah. What was the name of his? It was kind of a funky name.
The name is I'd Tap That.
I'd tap that. Yeah.
Oh, Jimmy.
Only Jimmy would come up with that kind of name.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I see the Democrats. They give Wendy Pay. She's going to be the Democratic nominee for.
Well,
Vacant seat.
We could have worse candidates, I think.
We could.
Yep.
Yeah.
The budget, all the voters, they accepted the budget increase. They approved the moratoriums down there. They want to stop all mineral blasting, and they want to stop solar projects for the time being until they can get some ordinances written. And so they're going to vote on that.
And they increased the budget by 33% over there in Alma. That's a pretty good jump.
Yeah. Well, Alma wasn't cheap anyway.
No.
Well, Alma had high taxes to begin with.
Yeah.
So we'll see what's going on down there in years to come. The A.D. Gray School, finally, they're moving ahead with that. That's been going on. How long has that been going on?
Oh, my God, 20 years.
Yeah, well, the Volunteers of America, wasn't it, came in and they had a whole plan to redo the school. They found out it was structurally unsound. Now they're going to tear it down, so they had to submit another plan.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's going to be elderly housing. I don't know.
I think they're going to tear the whole building down and start over again.
They're tearing it down, Volunteers of America, and they're going to put a 36-unit building up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, Bobby, we got to get page 2. I got page 2 open here.
Okay, good for you.
I made it to page 2. I'm not sure I'm going to get to page 4. But Damascotta Historical Society. Remind the folks at home, we did this show. We filmed it here a week or so ago, and it's going to be on Sunday night, 7 o'clock. And it was a really touching show. It really was good.
Yeah, this woman, Pat Johnston, she creates these quilts.
Yeah. And she's made a pile of them.
Yeah, and she, and I guess she goes, people give her suggestions on people who should receive it. She gives it to veterans, and there's a picture here with recipient Ralph Bond, and I'm sure Pat's husband, Wayne Johnston, goes out and searches recipients, you know, which is great to do.
Wayne's going back to Vietnam here in next fall, I think. Yeah.
So we got Elizabeth Palmer. She's a watercolor artist from Noblesboro. She's got a show down at the Barn Door Bakery Cafe next to the Maine Coast Bookshop, and talented woman. So Maine Boots. Did you ever set foot in there?
I did. We did a couple shows in there, but I did try the wares. I'm not a boots guy.
Yeah. So
I thought that it was a neat setting in there and whatnot.
Yeah.
It would make a great little neighborhood bar.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going in there. I heard
a sandwich shop.
A sandwich shop was going in there.
Anyway, they had their last brouhaha that weekend. There was people out in front of there for 3 days.
Really?
Yeah. They had bands going.
Yeah.
Storytellers. I was all booked in to tell a story, and I had to cancel at the last minute. So, anyway.
I can't believe you had a story to tell, Bobby?
Yeah.
I'd find that so hard to believe.
Yeah, I switched my story about 3 or 4 times, and then finally I never even went in.
Never even went.
Yeah, so.
All that preparation and no stage to deliver to.
Yeah, so anyway, Walter Gallant Walk is, it's going to be April 23rd, 1 p.m. It's going to start from the Colby and Gale gas station. Walter was he's one of the great old gentlemen here.
He was. He's my godfather.
Is he?
Yep.
Well, I'll have to go answer your golfer. Trivia question, folks.
Trivia question, that's right.
So, anyway, the Pumpkin Fest, they have made the formal announcement.
That is.
October 6th through 9th.
I got my one and only Pumpkin Fest meeting tonight
to
go over the transportation with the guy that took over my place.
Who's taking your place?
The guy that owns Kingfisher and the Queen.
Oh, yeah, Roger?
Roger, that's his name, yeah.
So he's going to take over.
He's going to take her over.
Yeah, that's a big responsibility. And you did such a great job doing that. I mean, that set, the Pumpkin Fest now, it runs so smooth. I think the town could take on any festival, really.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because of the way they do it with the barricades and the shuttles and.
Well, I tell you, a big thing of the Pumpkin Fest when Jed Weiss came in, who used to own King Ida's, as the director, and they got a formal board in place with a treasurer and a secretary and a vice president, and smoothed that smoothed up the operations of the whole thing. And it's a team effort to put that, but we had leadership, which made a big difference, and I think you're going to see another really great festival. They've expanded it a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm a little nervous about going back to getting it bigger.
Well, the
regatta's
gone back to Monday, correct?
Well, they had to do that for the tide. It's early Monday morning, like 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that I am going to do that again with Don Carrigan. We're going to call that race.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, Don and I said we'd do it one more year.
The Easter at the Twin Village Church there on Church Street, and that's going to be it's Thursday, 6 p.m.
Easter's a week from Sunday, isn't it, Bobby?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Yeah, I got to check my bunny schedule out and see what
what
time he's coming.
There's a few Easter egg hunts going on.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I think we got one in my house this weekend. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
I saw the bunny out sniffing around this morning, and he's looking for a place to drop his eggs there.
Yeah, so, I always knew you'd go a week early.
I want to make sure I get it in there.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, they got one going on at the Wiscasset Parks and Rec Easter Hunt. That's going to be Saturday, the day before Easter, on April 8th, 10 a.m. And
look at that, St. Philip's. They got that Strawberry Festival announced early enough, don't they?
Boy, I guess they do.
It's not until June 24th.
I guess they do. I thought I was early with my Adam Ezra concert. This is
hell, we haven't even got through Black Fly season yet, Bobby.
I know.
Oh, gee. I got to turn the page, Bobby, when I can. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Donna Wallace, she's playing bingo down there.
Boy, she's a big time.
She is.
She's an enthusiast bingo player. So they've raised a lot of money.
They do.
They do. They raise a lot of money.
I thought that was kind of interesting, the residents of Waldoboro. They're going to consider a moratorium on aquaculture.
Right.
And I think that's a good thing because I think they've looked at what's going on in Damariscotta. Yeah. And I'm not putting it down, but there's an awful lot of oysters growing in the Damariscotta River now.
I think Madomic's they're getting in early.
Well, they're worried about the clam population.
Correct. And the Damariscotta River folks, they're looking at it.
Yep.
I think the time might be coming.
I do too.
Yep. So,
I do too.
I mean, you don't want to saturate something which could.
Well, you tip the balance of Mother Nature in one species or the other.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's like they had a thing on the eelgrass last night on TV, and I remember the eelgrass. The rivers were full of it. Now there's none anywhere. Mm-hmm. And those baby lobsters and baby fish and whatnot, they used to hide in that eelgrass.
Yep. There's actually, I saw an interview on Channel 6 with Todd Brackett, and he was saying how the staff, the Booth Bay. The Booth Bay has no staff in their police force. They just worked out something with Lincoln County Sheriffs. Lincoln County Sheriffs, I think, is going to do 50 hours a week
in
coverage.
Booth Bay? Yeah.
Yep, and because they don't have anything going on down there. But Todd's saying that he hasn't had a full staff for 5 years.
Yeah?
Yeah, so he's...
Yeah. We're going to have, next week, we're going to film this Chats with Champions, this artificial intelligence thing there. I'm really kind of interested in seeing what that's all going to be on, and that will be on the following week.
Yeah, we called him a mad scientist, but I think next week. Actually, Sally will be sitting in next week.
Yes, Sal, and thank you to our gal Sal, who sat in for me last week. She's going to be sitting in for the hockey fan here, the hockey nat.
Yeah.
And so we'll catch up on what's going to Y and their leadership down there. Casey just got a big award as leadership. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Big award.
Big award.
The whole crew.
Well deserved,
The whole
too.
crew of the Y, about 15 of them went down for the presentation.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
cool
anyway,
stuff.
Dresden residents, they appeal a ledge pit permit. There's a couple of abutters. You feel for people. These people that have these gravel pits, they're not doing anything wrong. It's just the fact that you got a couple neighbors.
Yeah.
And the reason they have to blast is to continue producing product from it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, heck, I don't want anybody blowing dynamite right beside my house.
No way.
I can see all kinds of cracked foundations and all kinds of problems going down.
Yeah, I want to thank Maya for putting my picture back in because she missed the date last week.
She did, huh?
And so it's May 28th, folks, for Fish Ladder Concert.
That's going to be at the Lincoln Theater again?
Yep. And Lydia Kraft's been busy. She's got a bill in the legislation going on.
Both her and Cameron both have got bills going in there.
And Lydia's is the social worker education loan repayment program. Is going to be able to be more affordable for people who are working social workers. So,
Did you read this like no mow? About that guy that wrote about don't mow in May and let the grass grow up and whatnot. Mine would be a hayfield by Memorial Day.
Yeah.
And I never get it mowed down. Wilder Regan, he made his appearance. Little boy just got born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. 8
Samantha
pounds,
and Ryan Regan.
8 pounds, 2
Big one.
ounces.
Yeah. All right. We changing the page again, Bobby?
Yeah. There's Calvin's article this week is about Lincoln County Motors. They're right there where Weeks and Waltz was, where the Standard is now. And so anyway, I never heard you talk. I mean, you weren't around that early, but you never talked about the fire in Damascus. I've never heard you talk about the fire.
No, it wasn't where Weeks and Waltz is. It's where the Coby Gale gas station is right now.
Oh,
Bobby.
yeah, right.
Yeah, I thought you was wrong on that.
Yeah, so anyway.
I'm mistaken. I won't say you was wrong.
There was a fire.
We know we're never wrong here at Wuzzup.
Yeah,
We
right.
might not be right, but we're never wrong.
It's suggestion.
That's right.
So 70% of all the wooden buildings in Damascus
Burned down.
Burned down in 1845.
Yeah, that was a couple days before I was born.
Yeah. Boy, I never heard of it. I heard of something about the fire, but I never
He's
knew
got
the-
some interesting
never knew the
editors
date.
know that Saucony Oil was shot from the Standard Oil Company. That broke into 34 companies when the government broke that. That's how big those guys were. And if you ever never read the John D. Rockefeller story, it's absolutely crazy about how much money that guy was making, how he controlled the oil in the whole country.
Yeah.
One man. He controlled the flow.
Nice picture of our buddies Randy Miller and Charlie Richardson giving a $500 donation from Sotheby's to Casey Clark, Kelly. $500. Nice job, you guys.
Spring sports schedule is up there at Lincoln Academy. Medomix will be up here pretty soon, I'm sure. Yeah, and we want to tell everybody home, Bobby, we're going to film half a dozen baseball and softball games between Lincoln Academy and Medomix. And then we got some Oceanside games when they play in there and whatnot. So we're going to do quite a job here in May. We're going to be busy in May.
They have a new baseball coach in Medomix.
Baseball in Medomix and softball at Lincoln.
Yeah.
Now, this was interesting, Bobby. There was a lot of people on the obituary. I didn't know one of them this week, I was glad of that.
Huh.
I was glad of that.
Good.
Never even heard of them. Except Barbara Wade. It doesn't say that Cindy's name is in here.
No, that's not relation to Cindy.
She's not related to Cindy.
That's Randy Wade. That's Reverend Wade's wife.
Okay.
Jim Wade.
Okay, Jim wasn't Cindy's father?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Jim Wade owned Quality Muffler.
Right, but I thought that was Cindy's father. No, it wasn't.
No. Cindy's maiden name is Yeaton.
What is it?
Or Erskine.
Who?
Cindy Wade's maiden name is Erskine, I believe.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'll call her.
Yep. Anyway.
Trivia question. What is Cindy's maiden name?
Yeah.
We ought to have a trivia question every week here.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
There's
a thing, and then we could have you have to text it right to us when it's on. But then that wouldn't work, Bobby, because we're not live.
No.
So if we asked it in the morning,
right,
we wouldn't be there at night.
You can call the station, and then we can relay the information.
Well, that's right. That's
week.
right. You can call the station. We'll work on that. We'll put Tyler, our technical genius, on this.
Anyway, we'll have to Zoom me in Tampa so that I can get the result of the trivia question.
Yeah.
So the gentleman that's the new baseball coach at Madomic is Keith Simmons.
Keith Simmons, yeah.
Keith's been around baseball.
He has. He's a big baseball man.
Yeah.
And he's got a boy that's a pretty good player too. A couple of boys actually that are pretty good.
And you ask why is Madomic always so good in basketball? Well, here you go.
Third and fourth grade.
They won the CLC YMCA's grade 3 and 4 cabin reliever tournament. So that goes to show you. So
my favorite picture though has to be that little kid standing in the mud puddle.
Derek Bryant and his son Vaughn, they're from Whitefield. They were over at Gornson's farm standing in a mud puddle.
Yeah, enjoying a mud puddle.
Yeah.
Little kids love mud puddles, don't they?
Yeah. Also, probably Rob Gornson. I wonder how many people they must have had at Gornson Farm for that Sunday. My God.
I don't know. They had a lot.
So they got, the Hager boy, Jacoby Hager, he won the Pine Tree East wrestling match.
Yeah.
And, wow. And girls are wrestling now. Big time.
They had a girl, Madomic, won a state championship.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Crazy.
Here's a picture of Jimmy at his Sugar Shack.
Yeah. I'd tap that Sugar Shack.
You can't say that Jim's not original.
No, and he's from the same part of Massachusetts you are, isn't he?
He's from my hometown.
Yeah. That's Crazyville, USA, huh?
Yeah.
All right. I got to see if I can do section 2 here, Bob.
Well,
we only got 4 or 5 minutes left here.
Well, if you really want to act crazy on 4th of July, Whitefield's looking for some
crazy people,
contributors. Well, they're looking for some parade people, and anyway, they have a crazy parade up there.
Yeah, there's section 2, Bobby. There's a picture. There's a good picture of 2 of our favorite ladies.
Yeah.
Our gal Sal and Miss Casey Clark Kelly.
Yep. Like I said, she won this award, YMCA Leadership Award, and she was well deserved. Bird watching. We got an introduction to bird watching. A lot of folks move up here, know absolutely nothing. They don't know a sparrow from a pigeon. But they educate themselves with these Roger Peterson books. And so, anyway, but if you want to get a jump on it, you could take this introduction to bird watching, which is going to be on April 19th at the Y. And so anyway,
see that great big bird walking around on the ground? That's a pigeon.
Yeah.
See that little tiny thing flying around? That's a sparrow.
Well, it's funny you said that. I had a kid one time was amazed at all the birds I had on my bird feeder.
Yeah.
And I said, "Where are you from?" And he said, "New Jersey." And I said. He said, "What kind of bird's that?" And they said, "That's the chickadee. That's the state bird of Maine." And he goes, "Oh, well, the state bird in New Jersey's the pigeon."
Probably true.
Yeah. These students at Center for Teaching and Learning, they're poets. They really are poets. They won awards for their poetry. Virginia's 2023 International Student Poetry Contest.
Yeah. Looks like they had big crowds at ham bean supper up there all night.
Well,
or is it coming off this week? April 1st.
Well, the people have been waiting with bated breath for that.
Yeah.
For 2-3 years they haven't had it, and that's a famous get-together up there in Alna. They can talk about the new budget that's up there.
Yeah.
So we had some promotions at First National Bank.
Auction off pies and all kinds of good stuff.
Yep. They got Sticker Shock, Liam Card, picture of him. Putting.
How do you get vegetarian baked beans? Aren't beans a vegetable anyway?
Well, you can't use
Salt pork?
You can't use salt pork. You can't use.
Well, you might as well not even eat the beans if you can't have salt pork in them.
I don't.
You make good beans?
Not really.
You're not a good bean maker?
No.
My wife's a pretty good bean maker.
Yep.
Boy, she
Well,
does a good job.
beans is inherited. It comes from your grandmother or your
My
mother.
mother was a good bean maker. Yeah.
I heard the big thing with baked beans is the pot.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You got to have the right pot.
The right pot. You got to soak the beans overnight the night before. You salt pork.
Well, when we were in high school, we got in a big talk with one of my friend's fathers about baked beans.
Oh, yeah.
He made the baked bean, the best baked beans. So anyway, he was the one who told me it's all about the bean pot.
Yeah.
So anyway, he said, my friend Billy, he said, I got a bean pot at home. He said, drop it off. I'll make you some baked beans. Next morning, guy walked out his back door, tripped on a bean pot, and broke his ankle. That was rough growing up.
That was a rough neighborhood. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
You see, I didn't realize they have archery at the Nobleboro School.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so they shoot.
Bow time.
Yeah, Michelle York. She's a certified archery instructor.
Yeah.
There's a picture of like 6 kids,
Lined up playing Robin Hood.
Yeah. So anyway.
The First National, they a whole bunch of promotions there.
Yeah, they did. Boy, it's good. Maritime Energy Fleet Service Award for safety. So that's a big outfit.
Yeah.
Maritime, although they sold their variety stores. They don't own the stores.
They did.
Yeah. You got an open house. We talked about the poets at Center for Teaching and Learning. They got an open house coming up April 2nd, 3 to 4. And so this South Bristol, they got the Spin Drifters. They're a group of kids that do jump roping, and they're on tour.
Yeah, I've seen them. They're pretty good.
Yeah, they went out to Wiscasset Elementary School to do a presentation. And
we did actually a show last year with them down at the YMCA Healthy Kids Days, which, folks, is coming up April 29th, which we're going to do a show about that. We got race cars, we got dump trucks and bulldozers and backhoes and boats and all kinds of things for kids to look at. We're working on getting a helicopter. I don't know how successful we're going to be, but...
The Morris Farm Summer Camp, they're having sign-ups going on starting June 26th. You can, through the August 25th, they can spend their time about being outdoors, beekeeping, gardening. Pretty good. The Lions and the Masons, they donated some money to the Damascotta Massasoit Engine Company. And so that's Tom Kostenbader and Barry Knott. Given a nice check. It looks like $1,900.
Something like that, $1,950, I think. Yeah.
Pretty good. News along the way. They're actually taking guests. They actually have a bed and breakfast up there.
They
now.
do.
So anyway, all redone up there. New barn.
Oh, they've done a lot of work.
Boy, they really have. Somerville Planning Board's going to meet April 7th.
Bobby, we're down to the last 30 seconds or so here. We got to get through this. Ain't nothing in the back section left anyway. So.
Well, one act, Lincoln Academy's one act play, when the machine stops, they place third at the State Drama Festival.
Imagine it. Third.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Bobby, so we will wish you good luck down there in Tampa.
Yeah.
Who are you pulling for? BU?
Well, you go for BU.
Got to go. You're a Boston boy.
Yeah, you got to go with the Eastern teams. But anyway, there's some real superstars.
Oh, yeah. You'll see some great hockey.
Yes, real superstars. Some of these kids.
And we want to remind our folks at home of our concert coming up, a tribute to Elton John with the Yellow Brick Road. That's April 23rd at the Waldo Theater. Go online, lctv.org, to catch those tickets. And we've got a whole spring schedule of high school baseball coming up that we'll be looking for some sponsors to help us do that. So for the mayor, he's off next week. We'll be here with Sal Argal and Dinah Dave and TV Toby. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, folks.
When Tidewater Telecom built Lincoln County's first fiber-to-the-home network in 2011, we knew we were starting a project that would take years to see through. 9 years later, we are proud to have connected more than 2,000 Lincoln County homes to our blazing fast, open fiber network. But that hasn't dimmed our vision to connect all of Lincoln County. Learn more about the power of fiber optic internet at tidewater.net.
LCTV is your nonprofit community media station. Please donate at lctv.org to keep us strong. Thank you.